What's up, guys? It's Monday again on Romantic Propaganda. As promised last Monday, today we're going to talk about older women are more fulfilling than younger women, and Devon's going to talk about
the needs of a woman are different than the needs of a man, obviously. But what does that mean?
Exactly. So those are the topics. I'm filmmaker Imani Shakur.
And I'm author Devon Hewett.
The podcast is inspired by Devon's book, Romantic Propaganda. Pick it up. Everybody that's listening on all the streaming platforms, pick up Romantic Propaganda. Google it. It's an amazing book. Check that out. We're broadcasting the truth and exposing the lies. Email us at rptalktruth@gmail.com. Follow us on social media. All that good stuff. We have another dating tale for you today. The dating tales are cool because in between shoots we kind of just share what's going on in our lives in between these podcasts and stuff like that, and I think people can learn from some of these tales and stuff. You know what I mean? Just like the one last week about my ex-wife and the guy she met on Bumble, you know? Yeah. And the whole 3-month wait thing, and you even learned something from it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, did I cover everything? Yeah, I said don't forget to subscribe. We are the hippest relationship podcast on the planet. I haven't said that in a while, but we are. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
I don't think there's another one that's as hip as ours from a man's perspective.
Yes, not as hip and not as man.
Yeah, from a man's perspective. So again, I'm jumping it off today. Let's jump right into it. And I'm talking about how older women are more fulfilling than younger women. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that.
What does that mean?
And Devon can probably help a lot with this topic because, excuse me, I'm in my 40s and Devon's in his 20s, which is what makes it such a great dynamic for our show. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure some of the women you date are a lot younger than the ones that I would actually date.
And they're so confused.
Vice versa. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Man.
Yeah, you know, and I actually talk about this a lot when I'm not on the show because it's so evident, you know. And I remember as a young man coming up, dating in my late teens, early 20s and stuff. You know how it is. You're young, you don't really know much, and you think what's happening is the thing. You're having fun. You're just kind of learning about sex and sexuality in the right way and stuff like that. And you look at it as, hey, this is a great time. You kind of just living your life.
Right.
And as I became an adult and settled into that manhood, as we spoke about last Monday, you know, I and started to date and be with a more older, mature, seasoned woman.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Why are you gonna say it like that? It's dramatic. It's seasoned.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
A seasoned woman. I realized that the older, more seasoned women are far more fulfilling. They just know what they want. They assert what they want. They're a lot more decisive in nature. You know what I'm saying? And you know, say what they want. And they just have a different feel and essence and vibe that's just far more fulfilling than the younger women. I mean, and guys in my age in their 40s date late 20s and this, that, and the other. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not here to judge that, but I know a lot of guys do. Age is nothing but a number. But I know for me, you know, when it comes to dating, say, a 30s and up rather than a 30s and down, I have way more fun and feel way more fulfilled and feel just a different sense of just experience. You know what I mean? That they bring to the relationship as I do with these younger girls. You know what I mean? And it just, you know, and I'm gonna throw it to you. I have more to say, but I'm gonna throw it to you. But you know, it just feels good. And I have to say, the older women, they're way more fun. You know, and they know what they're doing. They know what they want. They have an energy that I like. And if I'm comparing it to both time periods, I have to say, if someone said, Imani, okay, when I'm 60, if someone came to me and said, Imani, what time period would you relive as it relates to relationships? I would definitely say I'd relive my 30s to 40s. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
As it relates to relationships, I would not say 20s. Mm-hmm. I'd say I had way more fun, and it was way more fulfilling. 30s and up.
Right.
And when I say 30s, I mean mid to late 30s and up. Mm-hmm. So 35 and up, I would say, is the period I'm talking about, and 35 and younger is where I'm saying it's not as fulfilling. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So what do you have to say about this topic?
I mean, I think that's a great perspective. I think that 30s and up, I think men and women start having more control over their lives.
Yeah.
By then you probably have some credit. Probably at 35, it's probably really well now.
Yeah.
You probably got your career, your degree, or she has her degree, and you have some kind of freedom.
Right.
Probably got an apartment, got a roommate, or your own place. You're outside of mom and dad's place.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so now you can bring people over, have dinner, have lunch, and it's that freedom to travel. We're going to hit Spain this year. I mean, you couldn't do that at 21.
Right.
Unless, mom and dad helped you, or you were, and they determine where you go and what you do when you're 18, 19. And by the time you're 20, even 25, there's 25-year-olds at home still in school.
Yep.
So it's kind of hard, if mom and dad is providing for school, you're not working, how do you have money to do this? But I think where we are in a place and time reflects who we attract. Mm-hmm. And him being a film director, he's around Hollywood, beautiful women. Mm-hmm. He's at the winery, but he has a right to say what he does, and it influences who he attracts, and it brings out better quality women. If I'm not trying to downplay fast food people, but if I'm 40 and I just flip burgers, I'm probably going to only meet people who are 40 and who just flip burgers. Right. You know what I mean? A film director or a cameraman or author or a doctor isn't really going to have much in common with a person that might flip burgers. Right. And so because of that, you do meet people who are more higher caliber as they are older. Yep. I think. Yep. But me being 28, I'll be 29 this year. Man, I'm almost 30. Yep. And I know living in LA, women my age and under are just all over the place. Oh yeah. And it's usually the younger women that are into social media and likes. That's true. And filters and comments and money and fame and but they have nothing to bring. Right. And they have nothing to bring because they haven't lived long enough to accumulate anything to bring.
That's a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
You know what I mean? You're only 25. Yep. And if you are 25, we'll use it as a middle ground for my generation. Right. If you are 25, 80 to 90% of your life has been outside of your control. Mm-hmm. Because from birth to maybe 19, you have somebody saying what school you go to, what hair you draw, style you have, what you're going to wear, what your religion might be, what car you're going to drive. You don't have time to grow as a person and know what you want. Right. Which is why, and maybe another episode, why I despise marriage before 30 for men. Because you don't really know yourself until that point. But that's an opinion, my opinion. We'll talk about that later. But I think even as a younger man, being 28, I'm really attracted to older women. Yeah, that's how I was when I was 28. I don't know if it's because I got issues. Yeah, you're an older girl too. But I love older women because it's just more substance to the table. Yeah. When I have girls my age talking to, they're talking about pop star, pop culture, Cardi B. Because
you can fairly date a 23-year-old if you want to, or even 22.
Yeah, exactly.
And it'll be fair. And they're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was 28.
Right, but you're right. I didn't even think about that till you said it. You know all the social media stuff. Women in my age group, they don't care about that.
It's like, what does a 21-year-old have to offer me besides sex? Right. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? I can't stay at her house. Right. I can't drive her. I mean, you know what I mean? She can't take me on a cruise or pay half for the hotel in France.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
so when you get to my age group, they like doing that kind of stuff.
They have more power.
Yeah, they have more power.
Or they should.
Yeah.
And that even goes to another spectrum. I was talking to a buddy of mine about what defines a loser, because women are losers too, and men pretty much the forefront of being called a loser. But I mean, you don't want to waste your time with someone that's a loser. She can be 40 or 50, but if she's broke, not doing anything, I mean, you've been alive 50 years and you haven't been able to amount to anything that you like to do. Why would I want to sit down and date you? You know, you're a loser. You've been alive this long, and you haven't accomplished anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a good question. So.
The older women though. I'm telling you, it's just something about them. I mean, and we could even extend it to sex. I mean, even in the bedroom, they're just way more. Same words I could use, fulfilling and what they want. And same stuff I said before.
Well, it
goes into the bedroom. They just
40 years of experience.
Yeah. Or let's just say 20 years of experience.
Yeah.
20 something years of experience, you know.
That's still
they've had kids already or not, and you know, they're pretty, you know, experienced sexually and stuff like that, most of them, and even if they're not that experienced sexually, you know, they still have a certain essence that the younger women just don't possess in the bedroom. Because I've met women in my age group that's not that experienced sexually, because you know, they've had one husband, and you know, and I'm not saying with one husband they could have not had experience, and you need to have multiple to have experience, but
he's not putting it down.
But yeah, they just told me I've only been with one or two people all my life and haven't experienced much. But even those that wasn't that experienced, they still had a certain essence in the bedroom that was different from those women that are 35, 30 and younger. You know what I mean? I mean, they just, it's just something about them, you know. So those women out there that are 35 and up, keep doing your thing. Men like me, we love it. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. We honor you. We love the experience. We love the seasoning.
Stop saying it like that.
we like all that good stuff, man. And that's pretty much what I have to say about that. I've always wanted to talk about that, how those women are better.
I think that ties into what I was going to talk about.
Okay.
About how
we can segue.
Yeah, you think the needs of a woman are different than the needs of a man. So let's just jump into that real quick. So what are the needs of a woman? All right, men, grab a pen. Ladies, grab a pen. The needs of a woman are 4 things: emotional and physical security, regular communication, non-sexual touch, and romance. Those are the needs of almost all women.
Okay.
But men like Imani and I have 3 needs pretty much, which is respect and admiration, love, to be loved and to be desired, and sex. Those 3 things need to be met for men to be happy with you. And I want to talk about why this is important. This is important because this highlights that because the needs of a woman are different than the needs of a man, friendship with men and women, it's not really possible. Because what you call friendship is another person's avenue of self gratification. For example, Bob and Cindy are just friends, and Cindy's attractive, and Bob is her friend. But because they're friends, Bob might be providing that emotional security. They have regular communication. He's not aggressive in his sexual touch. He might be like, "Oh, I like your, this." Like, "Oh, I like your hair." Touch your hair a little bit.
Yeah.
He might take her out to lunch or go see a movie. Maybe they might go on a trip together as friends. She's getting all that she wants from a man. She's getting that attention, that time, that energy, that charm, that romance.
Right.
What is he getting out of it? Well, he might have her respect. She might love him as a friend, but she doesn't desire him. See, we men want women to desire us, and how we channel that, how we translate a woman's desire is if she respects us, if she loves us, and if she sleeps with us. If she doesn't sleep with us, we feel like she doesn't desire us.
Right.
But if we desire them, we will take them out to dinner. We will give them more time. We will have meaningful communication. We will non-sexually touch them in a romantic way. And women channel that as, oh, he desires me. I'm getting what my needs are met.
Yeah.
And so that's why you'll see some women that have a lot of guy friends, but they don't have one partner. It's because all those guy friends somewhere stimulate her in all those areas.
Ways, yeah.
Right. And so I think it's all about being let in. And I'm going to talk about being let in. Yeah, guys, you ever have a woman, whether it's your wife or your girlfriend or a friend, and she's like, why don't you open up to me? Tell me what's going on in your mind. You're so shut off from me.
Right.
See how that affects her so much? Because you don't express yourself? You're not allowing her in, and we don't allow her in. She feels like she's not important, and she feels like she's not desired. But when you express your feelings and you tell her how you feel, and you let her in, you tell her all the secrets, and you convince her she's the only one that knows, man, you make her feel so special.
Yeah.
But we men are different. We want to be allowed in, but we don't care about late night conversations about our feelings, and we don't really care so much about emotional connection. And you paid attention to my new haircut, or you paid attention to my new shirt. What we want to be let in sexually, and that's our instinct to procreate. Yeah. And when you open your legs and you allow us in, we translate that as you are accepting all of us, all of me, and that makes me feel accomplished and desired. Right. The same way a woman feels accomplished and desired if I sit and talk to her about her feelings or why her mom died and why that has effect on her job and career. It's like all of that, and we don't really need that. Yeah. So because the needs are different, it's really hard to say, oh, she and I are just friends, because either the man is getting something that stimulates him or she's getting something that stimulates her, and that's not the basis of friendship. It's about giving. Friendship is about giving, not what this person can give me. And if she's getting all of that from him, that's why she's around. And if he's either getting sex or respect or love from her, that's really why he wants to be around. I don't know. I'll let you spin on that.
No, it's good, man. I mean, I agree with I'm looking at your cue card there. I agree with every single thing you said. I mean, that's
we don't really care about emotional communication.
I definitely can relate. Yeah, we honestly don't. That's more a female thing, because they say that men are 80% physical and 20% emotional, and vice versa. Females are 80% emotional and 20% physical. And you're absolutely right. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, honestly, you covered. This is the first time I don't have much to say.
I mean, it's just what it is.
I agree with every single thing you said.
It's just what it is.
It's so spot on, man.
And men, we could be used. You don't understand that. If she wants to, this is my best friend. He's a guy. He's good looking. He's charming. Yeah. That gets her off. That you're out with her on a date, and she sends you a picture of her dress. What do you think? Oh, it looks good on you. That stimulates her. Yeah. To be amongst you, but there's no sex. Right. Because she doesn't need that.
For that.
She doesn't need that as a front. She needs it. But it's not a priority.
Right, it's not a priority.
Like it is with us.
Right.
Because we be like, all right, so when are we getting in?
Right, exactly.
Like, when are we getting in?
Exactly.
Exactly. Why is that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if that leads back to our nature and who we are as a species, too, for men. Why we feel that.
Oh, here we go. I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this one. I know what we did before. No, I ain't stupid. I know where you going with this.
No, I'm not going back to that. I promise. That just made me think it's true, man. Like what
why you just say it like that?
No, I don't mean it like that. But you know what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah.
Because you say, we need to get in. I mean, and they need the emotional. You know what I'm saying?
It's just something about spiritual, about getting let in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they definitely need the romance. Women definitely need that. And it's usually our duty to romance them. I mean, we have a holiday created behind it, which is my birthday, Valentine's Day. That's the one day of romance that we're supposed to put everything aside and be romantic, right? That's the day of romance. You know what I mean? I know it's a pagan holiday and this, that, and the other, and how it was created, whatever. But that's still set aside as the day of romance, whether you believe in it or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
And even though we should be romantic, even not on Valentine's Day, I don't think there's nothing wrong with a day set aside to make sure that we are more romantic.
Yeah.
Because it is something special for a woman, and that's something that we should provide at all times and stuff like that. But yeah, I honestly don't have much to say about Devon's topic. I mean, he covered it. That's true. Just go back and listen to it, his section twice.
It's just what it is. Just what
it's one of the things that's just what it is.
Because then how do you feel?
I don't even have a story to relate to.
Like, how do you feel if you were with a woman, you spend time with her, she respects you, she loves you, she desires you, and you find out she slept with someone else?
Oh, exactly. It's over.
You feel like, what's wrong with me?
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And that kind of hurts.
Yeah.
So why does it hurt? Because it's a need. It's, it's to be desired.
Right.
Like, a woman feels neglected if we don't speak about her feelings.
Yep.
You know, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna close there.
Yeah. We can close it out.
We're good on time.
No, yeah, we definitely good on time. I was gonna do a dating tale, but
let's do it.
And this is about an older woman that I recently met, and kind of what happened. I'm gonna try to be quick. We met, and a week later we went out. I wasn't going to invite her out because we just met, but I said, let me invite her out because of the situation where we were gonna spend a night in a nearby city and stuff like that. And since I met her a week ago, I didn't want to be disrespectful and ask her to come and sleep overnight and this, that, and the other. Well, when she gets there, she's talking sex, making all these sexual advances and inclinations and this, that, and the other. And then when the party is over, we get back to the hotel room, we get in a situation to have sex. And when I say a situation, I'm talking naked, everything. And decides that we're not going to have sex.
This?
And I don't want to be graphic, but it was kind of silly and stupid, and it made me feel as if she was in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just really turned me off. And she was such a great lady, and we're actually still friends. But I couldn't further it as far as the relationship is concerned because I just thought that was childish.
And for her age.
And uncalled for. And I even said that, listen, we don't have to have sex. I'm not inviting you out for that. So if you know that you don't want to do it, keep your clothes on. Say, hey, babe, let's just cuddle. I've only known you a week. I did come to have fun and spend a night with you, but you said you don't really care about that. I feel the same way. Let's keep it cool. But instead of doing that, she did everything the opposite, as if she was going to have sex, and then said she's not going to have sex. You know what I'm saying?
That's immature.
And then kind of was wanting me to continue the foreplay, knowing that sex wasn't going to happen. And I said, no, I'm not continuing the foreplay because you're just turning me on for no reason. Why am I going to continue the foreplay if we're not going to have sex? You know what I mean? And which was kind of strange to me. The whole thing was just strange to me. It was so strange to me. And I think my lesson is, I mean, and just think if I was aggressive and some guy who was hard up for sex. We went so far, I could have possibly unintentionally forced myself on her and been in trouble the next day. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's not a game out here,
So my
man.
whole point is,
Me too.
ladies, if you don't want to have sex, don't get naked.
Right.
Don't have a guy do certain things and make him feel as if you're going to have sex and then go, no, we're not going to have sex. And definitely don't wake up the next morning grabbing on him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As if you're still going to have sex, knowing you're not going to have sex. That's not cool.
It's better to just say no.
That's what I want to say. Keep your clothes on. If you know that's not what you don't want to do, maybe a little good night kiss or something like that. But don't tease a man to those extents and then expect him to be okay with just stopping. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was unbelievable.
It's unnecessary.
And I was surprised because this is an older, more mature, very beautiful woman. I was shocked.
You know what it probably is these women have these little games. Like we may not be aware because we're not women, but they have these little tests. These little, we call them like shit tests. And they throw you these curveballs to see how you're going to react. And if you're a good man, then he's not going to get mad. You know, but if he gets upset, oh girl, he's not. So offer him sex and then tell him no at the last minute and see how he responds. If he's aggressive and he's pissed off, leave him. They have these little weird.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Do that.
Little weird.
And I didn't even act. If that's what she was doing, I didn't even act upset. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right, let's just go to sleep then. But I knew I was done after that.
Right. See, so she screwed herself. If that was her agenda. You know, these little tests, you know, we men don't think that way. Yeah,
it was the weirdest situation, bro.
You would have been better if she said, not today, yeah, I don't know you, we just met. You would have a lot better.
Yeah, but I already told her beforehand that we didn't have to. So it wasn't even a problem. But she made me think that even though I said that we possibly would, and then said no.
Right.
Right when I got to that point to like, you know, she's like, no, I don't want to do that yet, you know.
Right.
I'm like, excuse me? What? Like, I was literally shocked. Because of what took place before, I was literally shocked.
Right, it was unnecessary.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But see, you made her feel good for the night. See, she got all, definitely. Based on those knees, she got all of this.
Oh, definitely.
And then you only, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So she's good for the night.
You're absolutely right. It goes right back to your topic.
So who went?
Absolutely right. She got everything on this list, guys.
So who ended the night angry and who ended the night happy?
She ended the night happy.
And who ended the night angry?
And me. She got everything on the list. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
And I got nothing on the list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I didn't get respect, admiration.
So you got used.
I didn't feel desired, and definitely no sex.
You probably got used.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that gets her off.
It goes right back to Devon's topic.
So if you guys listen back to that list, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
The emotional and physical security, their communication.
Yep.
The non-sexual touch.
Yep, that's
what you guys were up to.
Yep.
And the romance. That's how.
What she got. I was romancing all night.
That's how women sleep with you. See, they're already having sex with you.
Yeah.
If you're giving them that.
Yep.
They're already getting the brain stimulated, the feeling stimulated.
Yep.
It's all about me. I'm so pretty and adored. Yep. They orgasm to that.
Yeah.
But if you don't sleep with her, we have to physically sleep with her.
Yeah.
If you don't get to that point, I mean, you're just.
That's exactly what happened. That's
so
funny.
Sherry slept with
everything
him.
on the list.
She orgasmed.
You know
already.
what I mean?
Yeah. You made her feel like a princess.
Yep.
And seriously. That's it. That's all they want.
We went out to eat, got drinks all night.
All about
dancing,
her.
Went dancing.
She put her makeup on, got her hair done. She's the star of the hour. That's what it's all about.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah. So that's the episode, guys. Yeah. Sorry, Imani.
No, it's all good. That was another good dating tale. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
All right. Peace,
we'll talk
guys.
about another 2 topics. Don't forget to subscribe. You know, for a lot of great reasons. As you can see, we talk about some great stuff. Everything is in the description. We're broadcasting truth and exposing the lies. And we are out. It's Imani and Devon. Peace.